All right, welcome everybody. This is Don Martin, and congratulations for being on the Saturday Motives training, Saturday skincare training call. Motives skincare training call, and I want to welcome you guys for being on. We're doing too many of these things, but it's been great because you all are getting the opportunity to learn from all the best in the business. So today we have 4 special guests that are on each week together on Saturday. Sometimes they alternate each week, and sometimes they're all together. You guys are blessed to have them all 4 together today. You're going to have a fun day learning about the skincare that we have to offer. I will let you know that towards the end, they'll open up for some Q&A as well. And I really want you to encourage everybody to get on here to the lives. Yes, you can watch these recorded when they're available. But being on live is the most important part, especially now in this day and age. We can interact and connect and talk and have the chance to even bring guests on and bring your prospects that want to learn more and ask questions on these things. Really understand. That's why we do these things, to create the engagement, interaction, and to build the community. So who am I turning over to start with? Wait, Vena. All right. So Vena Hudgens, she is going to take over and start it off. She's a clinical esthetician in California. She's a Moda certified trainer, a senior master coordinator with the business, and she's going to get you guys started. So thanks for being on, and appreciate what all you guys do. Joanna, Vena, Jewel, and Becky, we appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Don. I'm so excited to be with these boss babes today. They each in their own right are absolutely amazing business people, but on top of everything else, they are killing it in this business. I invited on Becky and Joanna and Jewel. They're all going to bring us different things. The first thing we're going to have is skincare. We're going to talk a little bit about a skincare, some of the tips and tricks with it. And then we're going to talk to Jewel, that is a master retailer online. So I'm super excited. If you guys have any questions about how to retail online, we have Jewel to answer that. So I'm going to start out with Becky. So Becky is executive coordinator. She also runs beauty schools, and she has 7 kids and is the boss babe of the year right now. She's running schools from home. She's running her kids. She's running this business, and she's doing it all successfully. So I'm going to turn it over to Becky. And Becky, let's hear about some of your favorite skincare that you can share with the team.
Thank you, Vena, very much. Good morning, everybody. Glad to be here with you. Of course, with some of my favorite people and all of the guests on here too. Appreciate it. I guess I'm always trying to add, whether you are in our business or if you are basically a guest from somebody, one of the biggest things that I found so far is that if you use a product, it's easier to talk about the product. I have a hard time just talking about a product or endorsing a product if I truly haven't tried it. So I'm going to encourage everybody to basically look at a new product. If you can't, purchase 2 or 3 new products at a time, try 1 product at a time, then basically see how you really feel about it, and then basically pass that information along. I think you can ask some people that are in my team. I will come back and I will give them feedback and say, hey, and when they're telling me things like your face is tighter, and I'm like, here, feel my face, or I'm saying, hey, have you noticed the puffiness around my eyes has gone away? It's really an endorsement for these products. And it's not just, it's the business that we're in. It's not just us selling a product. We're basically, we're coming up with a solution for, for all of our clients, for basically all of our prospective customers out there, and for our team. So always remember that when you're doing it. It makes a huge difference. So with that being said, my first basically product is the Lumiere de Vie, the matte moisturizer. And I'm absolutely liking this product. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I haven't used it but for a couple of weeks. And what I noticed, the first thing is that why I like it so much is because I don't like heavy, thick moisturizers. They make me feel like like the old days when my grandmother used cold cream and things like that. So I like something that is light and easy basically to put on, where it doesn't leave that heavy greasy feeling. And this matte moisturizer is like that. It's basically not only lightweight, but it helps to hydrate the skin and it balances out the shine. So for somebody who, say, for instance, thinks they have combination skin where they think they're dry in certain areas and oily in others, this will just kind of even that whole thing out. And that's what it does. It basically, it evens out uneven skin tones. It also helps with fine lines and wrinkles. I can't tell you which of my products, sorry about that, which of my products actually work the best on fine lines and wrinkles. But all I know is I'm feeling better. My skin is basically healthier and that type of thing. So this is actually a wonderful, wonderful moisturizer. So benefits: reduces appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It moisturizes while controlling the oil. It provides this like supple look to your skin. And it also basically helps skin appear smoother and feel firmer. And you can use this product as a primer if you want to, prior to applying your makeup. So for anybody who's watching their pennies, this is a great kind of like 2-in-1 thing. I always like to tell people things like that. So what is it that makes this thing work the most? I'm going to usually pick out one ingredient or so for each product to tell you about. Well, with this basically product, one of the things I like the most, it contains the cystanol A, which is the bakuchiol, that word, bakuchiol. Anyway, and bakuchiol is a multifunctional anti-aging ingredient that helps with the collagen and the elasticity in the skin. And it's got an oxidative kind of like effect on the skin. Bakuchiol helps to support normal skin barrier function, keeps the skin looking good. It helps with those wrinkles. It's just, bakuchiol you're going to find is in a lot of the Lumiere de Vie products. So when you see bakuchiol, it's a patented product called cystanol. The acetylglucosamine in this product is also wonderful because it actually helps with dark spots. So I have been on so many different events lately where people are talking about dark spots. So it actually basically helps, the ingredients in this also help with dark spots. So it's not just a moisturizer, it's kind of a multifunctional type of thing. It can be used as a primer and a moisturizer. So that's my Lumiere de Vie, the matte moisturizer. My next product that I chose to talk about is the Renewal Elixir. So it looks like this, comes with a little dropper. And I'm going to tell you, I believe this will last a long, long time. This elixir is newer to me. However, I had overheard, Vena basically say that you can mix it in the moisturizer. So I have actually been using it with the moisturizer, and it basically, it doesn't leave a greasy feeling or anything like that. It's totally amazing. The Renewal Elixir basically moisturizes, it reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It's basically, it's a newer product to me. However, I want to tell you some other things that I've done with it recently that I'm seeing if it's working, and it seems to be. One of the products in this that is actually a patented product is called Revenage. Am I saying it right? Revenage it's a proprietary blend of different extracts. Basically Pelosa extract, it's got basically palm oil, cottonseed, all these different things. So you'd think it would be oily or greasy, but you would actually have to try it. And if you look at it, it's not thick. It's got all these extra little things in it. So with that being said, I've added into my moisturizer. My moisturizer is going on so smooth. It can also be added and used too on those dry spots. Everybody gets these dry spots sometimes, especially during allergy seasons and stuff like that. It can be applied also, just basically patted on those areas prior to basically applying your moisturizer for the day. So the other benefit that I found was my children, it's blossomed here. Everybody's basically has allergies, that kind of thing. And they broke out with these little bumps on them, and come to find out they're seasonal eczema. And I actually use this on their little bumps, and especially around their nose area and face that they're getting them. And it has basically been working. So I will let you know how that works as we go along, but I'm using this for that because it will help protect the skin as well as basically add that kind of like protection and everything for them. So then my next thing is going to be, I wanted to talk about today, and it's a new product for me. It's called Vita Shield Intensive Eye Firming Treatment. So it's an eye treatment. It's got a little paddle. And one of the things I always want to say about something with a little paddle is this isn't to apply it. This is to take it out of the jar. And the reason for something like that, and it's maybe the teacher in me, is that it's so that you don't contaminate the product with your hands. Because even though we are washing our hands, we're sanitizing our hands daily, the thing is that we need to make sure we're not contaminating this product. You do that by removing it with this. I gotta say something about this product. Do not use a lot of it. It doesn't take a lot. Don't dip your whole, basically, little shovel in there. You only need to basically just barely dip it in, come back out, use that, wipe it on here, wash this with soap and water, dry it. You're ready for the next day. So that being said, this Vita Shield Eye Firming Cream. Okay, so the eye cream is basically reduces the appearance of deep wrinkles around the eyes. It enhances basically collagen synthesis, the hyaluronic acid synthesis. It is amazing. It basically helps with the appearance of stress and fatigue, and we all know we have a lot of stress and fatigue basically around our eyes. The formulation supports and enhances delicate skin. I want to say this about this product with using it. I don't know if you noticed, we didn't meet last Saturday, but it was our first Saturday that we met. I started thinking I had Chinese eyes. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I realized, uh-oh, it's that time again. All the blossoms are blooming. I look like I'm a boxer during that time of year. I have pictures of myself previous years, and all they do is tell me to take more allergy medicine. So I started using this eye firming basically treatment, and it is actually taken down because you use it on the top lid and on the bottom lid. Now, obviously, when we're basically applying it, you're not basically rubbing hard, because the whole idea is this is the most sensitive tissue on our face. We want to always make sure that we're patting, that we're, you know what I'm saying, working towards the out, basically up or out, that kind of thing, or up. The thing is that I have noticed that I don't look like a prize boxer. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that the other day. I looked more wide awake. My eyes look basically firm. You can see my eyelashes. You can see my eyes. So I'm loving this stuff, and I'm thinking that this is actually great. So then I started looking at all the ingredients in it, and it's got all these ingredients. It's got vitamin A and vitamin D and vitamin E and C. It's got coenzyme Q10. But then all of a sudden I look at it too, it's got cucumber extract. That's why it feels so refreshing when we basically put it on. So I would suggest, if you're looking for something, a treatment, or basically your customers are, give this a try. It's an absolutely wonderful product. So that's what I got today. So thank you.
Thank you, Becky. Yeah, even I continue to learn. We have so many ingredients and so many different products that it's refreshing to get to hear or be reminded what ingredients we do have. Because I'm going to go back to say we have 4 of the most clinically tested, result-producing products you'll ever see on the market. And so it's nice to have this refresher. And we decided we would just choose our favorites or ones that really caught our eye and what we can share. So we're each kind of sharing 3 products, and I love that. And you did a great job. Thank you, Becky. So next we're going to go on to Joanna. I have Joanna unmute herself and Becky mute herself. So Joanna is a clinical esthetician, spa consultant. She's a boss babe in her own right as well. She is running this business and running her children, and she has an essential job as well. So she's out there working, but she has been with me for a long time, and she has a lot of clinical knowledge under her belt. So she is going to talk to us about 3 products that she absolutely loves.
Yeah, talk about pressure. You did awesome, Becky. Thank you for sharing. That's really awesome. So I'm just going to dive right in. I'm all about skincare. I love ingredients. I'm going to really try hard not to talk with my hands because I get a little excited and they tend to start, throwing themselves around. So I chose 3 products. The ingredients and how they work and the synergy of how they work together. And I like to figure out why the company chose the products and put them in the different bottles the way they did, because that's how I work. So for me, ingredients and how they work together and the synergy that makes them work so well together, that's what I'm about. So the first one that I chose to talk about is the Skintelligence, the Alpha 24 Triple Revitalizing Complex. That's a very long, but it has a lot of very good properties to it. So the Alpha 24 is the alpha hydroxy acids. So they're talking about mixed fruit acids. So those are going to be a natural exfoliant that help remove dead skin cells. So it's going to hydrate your skin, but it's going to help remove dead skin cells and work with that cellular turnover, which is amazing to have in a product that's hydrating your skin. There are three products that are going to help protect and soothe your skin during the cellular process turnover, which is amazing because a lot of the products that are in our company really work with calming and soothing the skin at the same time as being an active product or treatment or cleanser. They're all working to maintain that natural skin barrier that is so important, especially, you know, when you have winter dry or you're working with cellular turnover. It's very important to keep calm and maintain that skin barrier. This has chamomile extract in it. It has comfrey extract in it. The comfrey extract has vitamins and minerals that nourish your skin at the same time that it's calming your skin. It has ginseng extract in it. This product has alpha hydroxy acid in it, which we all know alpha hydroxy acid. Erase that part. We're going to start over. It has hyaluronic acid in it. It has alpha hydroxy acid, but that's not where I'm at. It has hyaluronic acid in it. So what the hyaluronic acid does is it holds 1,000 times its weight in moisture. So it's going to maintain moisture in your skin. At the same time, it's going to help reduce the fine lines and wrinkles by holding on to that moisture and that hydration in your skin. This product has vitamin A, and it also has vitamin E. So this product sometimes I think kind of gets a little overlooked. And it's a really wonderful product. It's really great, especially for someone, you know, maybe with a lower price point, but they still want to get a great return on a product that they're purchasing. So this product is gonna help them have that great result, especially if you have someone that has maybe a little more mature skin. It's going to help them hold on to that moisture and help with the fine lines and wrinkles, which is really, really important, which is what a lot of people are looking for. They're looking for maintaining hydration and losing wrinkles. You know, that's what I shoot for every morning. So that was my first product. I like to go to that one because it's an easy, I don't mean easy, but it's when you're first meeting with someone and they want something that's going to produce results, that's generally an easy place to start because it does have so many properties of soothing and calming the skin, but at the same time helping with cellular turnover and helping get them that end result that they're looking for. So that's my first choice of product. My second choice is the Rosé Refresher. Vena and I have talked about this one, and we've talked about how to kind of market it, you know, when you're on the plane and your skin is like dying for moisture and, you know, you just spray it on and it smells amazing. So, you know, people will ask, well, why, you know, what is that? Or what are you using? And it's like, well, here, I have an extra one in my purse. You can buy it, you know? And we've talked about, you know, how to kind of market that, and that's fun, I think. But the Rosé Refresher it's going to moisturize and soothe your skin. It's great when you're traveling. It doesn't have to just be in an airplane. I know we're not doing a lot of traveling right now, or at least we're not supposed to be. But even this time of year, it's great to maintain that pH in your skin. Here I go with my hands again. It's going to brighten your skin for a more radiant complexion. So it's going to provide a supple look and feel for your skin. It's just going to kind of perk your skin up and just help it feel, you know, like you haven't been sitting in the house for 3 days and you haven't washed your face and you haven't taken a shower. So this is just going to help kind of perk your skin up and help it look rehydrated and refreshed. There's aloe leaf juice in this product. It helps with moisturizing and helps to keep the skin hydrated, and it helps it to look smooth and firm. Okay, the Botanomoist is a proprietary blend of glycerin and saccharide complex extracted from dried apples. So those are just a couple little bites of information if somebody's wanting to know, you know, what's in it. It's always good to know a couple of ingredients from your product and just what it does and how you can explain it to people that are like, oh, well, what is that? And how does it work? And what's in it? Just, you know, there's aloe leaf juice and Botanomoist, and you can just kind of explain to them what it does and how it's going to work for their skin. And then they're going to see your skin and they're just going to jump on it because it is a great product. And it's perfect for your purse. It just fits right in your purse. You can take it anywhere and everybody's going to want to share with you. Huh, Vena? Okay, so the third one that I would like to talk about is going to be, okay, I'm going to say it, ready? OMS Eye Firming Serum. Did I do good? Okay, OMS. Okay. So the eye firming serum, and I apologize, I did not collect my products this morning, but the eye firming serum, it has a tip on it, and you can use the tip to apply it under your eyes. It's going to reduce the appearance of under eye puffiness, obviously, because that's what eye serums are supposed to do. It's going to smooth the skin under your eyes, as well as reduce the appearance of wrinkles. It's going to help tighten the skin, which is very important because you can also use this product above the eyelid and below. So it's going to help tighten the skin. And it's men's line. You know, a lot of times men don't think that they need to work around their eyes, which is very important. They absolutely do need to work around their eyes. This is marine based. It has plankton extract in it, has sea fern in it. It also has quinoa seed extract in it. So the little tip on this product is, and I learned this, huh, Vena? We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I have straw lines. I drink out of straws all the time. I have sensitive teeth, so I have these lines around my mouth because I drink from straws, right? So I have these deep creases. So what you can do is the tip, it kind of almost looks like a lip gloss, ladies. I'm not gonna lie. You can take the tip of the eye serum and you can put it around your mouth, and it will help to firm and tighten around your lips and help reduce the appearance of those fine lines and wrinkles from straws or smoking or whatever tends to be going on, or, you know, making that face tends to create lines in your lips. So this is going to help fill those in and reduce the appearance of the fine lines and wrinkles, which is really, really awesome. It is a little double usage. You can use it around your eyes, you can use it around your lips for those fine lines and wrinkles. And that, I think, is one of my favorite things, is when you can get a product and it has multiple uses, you know, and you can go from eyes to using it around your lips. At least that makes me happy. Thank you very much for letting me share my 3 products of the week. I hope everybody enjoyed them, and I'm always around to answer questions if anybody has questions.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Joanna. I love the tips that you guys are kind of bringing in with us too, because it's nice to know that you have one product that can do more than just one thing, especially right now. The OMS is typically, like you said, it's a men's under eye, and they can use it on top, but we also can use it to plump the lines. And just like Becky was talking about, when it comes to the elixir, there's so many different things that we can do with this elixir. The Revenage that's in the elixir, what it's going to do is it's going to help repair the skin. So a couple of the things that I'm going to talk about today, I'm kind of piggybacking on to what the other ladies just spoke about. I miss dearly doing treatments. I will tell you, if nothing else, this has shown me how much I miss doing treatments. So I like to bring a little treatment every time I do something on here, just because I'm getting lonely not touching and doing the treatments. And talk about working with your hands. That's an esthetician thing. I'm going to tell you, because we're used to, well, I will tell you, being an esthetician, over 20 years, I have very firm arms because my arms are always up and over, right? So what I thought I'd talk about today is the one thing we're all doing, all of us are doing, and that's washing our hands. And it's rough on our hands. And not only that, some of us that have never seen their real nails before now have real nails, have no nails but their own nails. And it's kind of painful. It's painful to look at, because now I realize my fingers are sausages. I thought they were long and lanky and beautiful. No, they're not. They're sausages. Thanks. I would like to say thanks to my mom, but no, it's my dad's hands. So with everyone washing their hands, it's really important to take care of your hands. And as it is, we're very abusive of our hands anyway. We drive, and I'm just kind of showing you, we drive, we're out there talking with our hands or working with our hands, so we just don't pay a lot of attention. And now that we're washing our hands so much, I thought I'd bring you a hand treatment today. One of the things that I love about the elixir that Becky spoke about is that because of the Renovage, what it has is what we call short proteins. And what it's going to do is you can put it around the nail cuticles, rub it in, and when you rub this elixir in, it's going to start repairing around the nails, especially when you have people like me that think they should be able to take them off, because again, I ended up with green fingernails before the pandemic, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I didn't know if they were green or if they were being gangrene at a certain point. So there went the nails. So the elixir that Becky spoke about not only is great for your skin, and I love the points that she put in about putting it in with your moisturizer. And I'm going to tell you, Becky, once you start using it, you're going to start putting it on your body. You're going to start putting it on your neck. You're going to take a bath in it, and then you're going to go, oh my goodness, this didn't go as long as I thought it was going to go, because it's more than just, for the face, but it'll start traveling. So the one place that I've had it travel to, and one of the treatments that I do it when I'm in my treatment room, is I work on people's hands, because that's what they don't look at a lot. So if you use that elixir around the fingernails, feels so great, any dry areas. But the other thing, this is the perfect time to start working on this, is your hyperpigmentation and maybe firming those hands up a little bit. So what I'm going to talk about today, my product is the vitamin C. Now, the vitamin C is ascorbic acid is vitamin C. This particular bottle has 10% vitamin C. And why is that so huge is that it's very reparative, restorative, but also will work with hyperpigmentation, works with the brown marks on the hands. So it works on firming the hands, it works on brightening, and that's just the vitamin C alone that's in it. Now, if we're looking at the glycerol glycoside in it, that is a small sugar derivative that's found in certain plants, algae, blue-green algae. But what that does, it has strong water binding properties. So not only is this vitamin C going to work with the hyperpigmentation, the brown marks, and the discoloration, but now it's going to work with keeping the hydration retained in the hands, right? The other thing it has is it has strong water binding properties. So it keeps the skin really moisturized. Let's see if I can say this word right. Echoin. This is an organic molecule, and the water, it also has water binding properties, but it's very soothing. And right now, again, with using disinfectant on our hand, using the water. And as we all know, water has a very drying property. So using all of that on our hands is really drying our hands down. So using the vitamin C, and I'd recommend morning and night right now, put it on the areas. You don't have to put it all over the hands. I would probably just put it on the back of your hand for right now. I would use the elixir for your nail beds and the top of your fingers. So now we have a treatment going on, which you know I absolutely love. But the vitamin C is also for your face. It's, you know, people ask, when do they use the vitamin C? You're going to use your serum first, and then your active treatment second. So you're going to use any of your serums that we've talked about in the past that you might want to use. Then you're going to use your vitamin C. Now, it just takes a few drops. The really important thing about this vitamin C is, you see, it is in a dark bottle. Vitamin C can be very unstable, so you want to keep it away from the sun or any light. So if you can keep it away from any light at all, that's the best. That's why they have it in the brown bottle, but I put it in my medicine cabinet or in my drawer so that it's just not out, and it keeps the stability of the product a little bit better too. So this is your vitamin C, again, face, but right now we're talking about a hand treatment. So the back of your hands feels really good, and you know, a couple drops, and you really need to work that in. So after you put a couple drops on, just really work that in, just like with your elixir, really work it into the nails, really work it into the fingers, right? Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about, and I will tell you, we have IBV on this. This is a great one. And that's the intensive hand and body. Now, this intensive hand and body, Lumiere de Vie intensive hand and body, I'm going to use it because my hands are a little sore from not having any nails. Okay, guys, I got it, right? After this is dry, after you have your vitamin C dry, can you guys see pretty well what I'm doing? Trying to put my hands up here. You're going to use, right, about this much on your hand. And you want to, again, we're going to work on one hand at a time, and you're going to work it all into your hands, and it feels, I don't know if you can see my eyes rolling back in my head right now because it feels so incredibly good. But what I'm feeling right now is the shea butter. So the shea butter helps hydrate the skin due to the presence of the fatty acids in it, vitamins in it. It has sunflower seed oil. So the sunflower seed oil is a moisturizer. It helps slow the loss of hydration. So not only does this hydrate your skin, but it helps retain the hydration as well in the skin. And it just feels so good. I'm going to keep going here, right? So slowing the loss of moisture is going to be really important, because I will tell you, all this washing of our hands, our skin's going to get a little old looking, right? So now's the time to really pay attention and really start hydrating the skin. Now, this other is really cool. It's got coconut oil. So coconut oil is a yellow semi-solid oil that is pressed directly from the fruit of the coconut. It has a 90% saturation of triglycerides, particularly the fatty acids that are classified. And this is the thing, I don't know if you can follow me on this, but coconut oil is literally classified as not only it's classified as an emollient and an occlusive. So it's going to hydrate, and it's also going to keep the hydration in. So that's, I think, for firm skin, for firming hands. The hands feel great. You might want to travel to your arms. That's okay. No problem with that. But you see how I'm just really working it in? That's what you want to do. You don't want it to be a drive-by. You just, like I've always talked to you about the 2 washes on your skin. You don't want to do that first wash as just a drive-by. You want to work it a little bit. Same thing with this. You really want to work this moisturizer in the skin, because you really want to work with your hands right now. I think it's important that we keep our hands in good condition, because we are being very aggressive with our hands right now, which we all should. But the other thing is, don't touch your face. I know that this virus wants to say that they come up with that, but if you all have known me for very long, I'm like, I've been telling you guys this for years. Don't touch your face, right? So you really don't want to touch your face, but you really do want to take care of those hands, because they're going through a lot. So again, we go through the vitamin C on the back of our hands and just rub that in. You do the elixir on your fingertips and then on also your nail beds. And you can put that after your vitamin C has dried. You can put the elixir over the top. And then you want to follow up with your Lumine V Intense Moisture hand and body cream. So right now we're all going to feel that dryness. So because we are also inside a lot, and we are also having the dehydration from either the heaters, the air conditioners, the stress will cause the skin to be dehydrated. I told someone the other day, it's not the food that's going to get me. I think it's just maybe too much, aloe with champagne. So I won't lie about that. But so hopefully you can do a little treatment on yourself. So next, I'm super excited about this. Jewel, my buddy, oh my gosh, she's my heart. I adore this woman. She is also on fire with her business, executive coordinator. And she is, oh my gosh, there's so many titles, so many hats this woman wears. But more than anything, if she's your friend, she's that loyal friend, and I adore her. I love watching her online videos, her online Facebook lives. She does it flawlessly, and her retail is ridiculous. So I'm super excited for her to give us some tips and tricks on how to maybe make it a little less painful going online and doing retail. I mean, I love retail, but I'm learning how to do it online as well. So I'm super excited to give you Jewel.
Hey, everybody. So Vena did such great introductions to everybody, but she didn't introduce herself and no one introduced her. And I just am so thankful that we are able to take advantage of Vena's brain. She's been a clinical esthetician for 25 years. You guys realize what we actually have in this company with her. I mean, she's amazing, and I'm so thankful to call her friend as well, you know, and such a great trainer. So, but thank you, Vena. That was amazing. And so now on to sales. I know it's everybody's favorite. We just love to sell. Yeah, nobody likes to sell. And nobody likes to be sold to. So if you're talking about your product instead of to your prospect, then you're doing it wrong. And to explain that, what I mean by that is if you're out in front of people and you're holding up your product and you're so proud of your product and you're saying what all its benefits are, and it's better than so-and-so's product because of this and that, and you've lost everybody but your mother and your best friend, because nobody wants to be sold to. Tell them about your product. Tell them what you love about. So when you're approaching your target audience, and with this company, our target audience can be different every day. We have such an abundance of products, you guys. Pick one out. Just pick one out and choose your target audience for that day. So what I mean by that is just start out with a tagline like, oh my gosh, you guys, I woke up this morning with extra bags under my eyes. I have this little puppy and I have to get up 2 times a night. I'm not getting the sleep I had, so my eyes were a little bit more puffy than normal. Does anybody else have that problem? You know, your eyes get a little puffy here and there. Okay, now that is my target audience. Those are the people that are going to stay on and listen to what I have to say. The other people are gone. That's okay. They didn't need what I'm going to tell them about. So the first thing I'm going to tell them about is how I'm just going to teach you guys a little trick that I learned from my friend Vena. You know, she's a clinical esthetician, so she has us just drain our lymph nodes. Just kind of run your fingers here, do 3 circles here, back in here, bring it out, run it down your all the way down your neckline. Do that 3 times. Do that with me while I'm telling you about it. Just and as you're talking, now you're doing a live, so these people, you can see who's still with you. You can now start a conversation with them. So you're going to tell them what you want them to, you know, pay attention to what you're expecting. You're going to feel like you've got like phlegm in your throat, like you want to swallow more. now you're doing it right. If your skin is moving while you're doing this, you're doing it too heavy. Our lymph nodes are just right under our skin. It's just like this, like taking a piece of hair almost, and just, it's just a hairline a little bit. So start with that. So now you've given them free advice. You're not asking them for anything. You're teaching them something. So now if you want a little bit extra, okay, so now let's talk about, okay, so we got rid of your bags are a little bit more camouflage. So how about we talk about this amazing product? Why? Okay, because one, it comes with this little ball here. So I'm going to spend time talking to you about this a little bit, but I'm not going to try to sell it to you. I've already given you free advice. You're still listening to me. So with this, so I need a little extra help because now I'm 54 years old and I have some fine lines and wrinkles. So I'm going to use this little ball. This again is used for lymph node drainage. It helps with puffiness. It stimulates your skin and promotes blood flow. So that's what's going to help reduce all of the different bags that we have and all that fun stuff. I'm not an ingredient person. I'm not. I don't care for ingredients. I listen to the professionals for ingredients. So I'm going to go to Vena or Joanna or Becky and ask them, hey, what's this ingredient? Ugh. But I won't tell my audience. I'm going to say, if you want to know the ingredients, I'll definitely email them to you or go to my website and check out the ingredients for yourself because they're fabulous. I'm just not your ingredient girl. So now that I've told you about my product a little bit, and I go into a little detail about it, then I'm going to say if you want a little bit to help to get that into your skin, this little awesome rose quartz little dooley daddy here, we're not going to talk about the whole thing because right now our target audience is getting rid of bags under our eyes. So don't go scrolling off and telling them how many different ways you're going to use this because you're going to lose your target audience then. Stick with what you brought on to them. You brought them getting rid of the bags under their eyes, maybe a little bit of fine lines and wrinkles. Now let's stick to that. This amazing little roller, it massages and relaxes your whole face, but it helps absorb the product you just put on. Again, you're not going to move your skin with this one, and go ahead and run it all the way down as well. So again, we're just targeting that audience. So if you want to know other ways about this product, then that is on my website. I also can tell you about it another time, and that will be my target audience for that day if I'm going to tell them more about the face, and how, if we want to use it for the different ways. So that's kind of how I do mine. I just choose your target and don't go scrolling off into other areas. That's what I do.
I love that, Jewel, because I think sometimes we get so caught up in all the ingredients and then we think, I can't do that because I can't talk about all the ingredients. And honestly, when I'm talking to my clients or when I'm talking to someone, I don't go into all the ingredients. I'm doing this today. We're doing this today because we're all unfranchise owners on here and we want to know some of the ingredients. But honestly, your average person, they want to know maybe one thing that's in it and they want to know if it works, right?
Yeah.
So the testimonials that you're doing, and it's interactive. Jewel's fun. I'm going to tell you, Jewel's a lot of fun. So everyone wants to be in her fun group anyway. So don't you think that makes a really big difference is when you come off with, like you said, you're not selling, you're just having a lot of fun.
Yep. You're not talking about your product to start with. You're talking to an audience that wants to hear what you have, not particularly want to be sold to. They want to buy from you. They don't want to be sold to.
Right. I think that's so important too. I'm going to open this up because I know we had a lot of questions last time. I think I think you guys can unmute yourselves, and because I don't know how to unmute you guys. Listen, again, this is me. not understanding all this, but I know the top right, you can unmute. I'm pretty sure you can unmute yourself. But if you have any questions, I mean, now's the time to do it. We're all yours, and we're going to be all yours for another 10 minutes. And so if you have any questions, I would say now's the time to ask. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so the elixir, do you think that that would be the best product for dry heels mixed with a moisturizer, or is there something else out there that could work better?
Becky, do you want to take that, or do you want me to take it?
I actually, the only thing that I would be concerned about is, because remember what basically those calluses, they're like that, they're dead cells that just kind of like build up. So, unless you can get back to some natural skin, it's like, I believe this will help to soften, but it will only soften so far down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, Connie? And so the thing is that I do believe for your feet, like you're talking about, with no basically calluses and that kind of thing. But mine, I'd have to get the calluses actually filed down, close enough to where I could get to some good tissue to make a difference. But the rest of my feet, I actually absolutely think so. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, mix with your moisturizer, you think?
Yeah,
Mix with it, and then,
definitely.
maybe put some socks on at night and go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not real greasy. You know how some of them have been real greasy? This isn't.
Mhm.
It's really, really lightweight. And what I was really thinking about, I'm not saying that this is actually something that's approved or anything, but something as a mom that I would have tried, or somebody that I have basically a family who has babies right now, is that, and kids are always getting basically cradle cap.
Mhm.
This is something, and you know how we're always using a basically an appropriate shampoo for cradle cap, but I would use this as a treatment basically on them after basically you've shampooed, you know what I'm saying, or basically with a washcloth shampooed the hair with it. Then I would use this on and try and see if this would work. I'd use it in a small area first, but I've been thinking about that. My brain starts clicking all over the place, all the different, like she said, pretty soon you're going to find different parts of your body. And that's what I thought about my kids, because really that eczema is just that dryness, because you're constantly basically wiping from all the allergies. So then I tried it around my kid's nose, and it seems to be helping. I'm willing to do anything if it helps an area that's excessively dry all the time.
That's fantastic.
And Becky, I don't know if we have a DNA soothing balm as well. So if you have anything on the face, especially if it's anyone, I would say anyone under 5 years old, I think I would probably recommend going more towards the DNA soothing,
Okay.
only because it is formulated for the younger children. But the DNA soothing balm is I've actually recommended it to people with rosacea to calm them, because it's so incredibly dry. My granddaughter has the eczema on the tips of her finger. So we put that on before too. So anyone that has a really, especially from babies to 5, I would probably recommend the DNA soothing balm, but the elixir for anyone over 5 in their hair, absolutely try it on an area, but it is a cellular turnover too. So I would say to see how their skin reacts. But that's a great idea for putting it in the lotion for the feet at nighttime. I think, Connie, that's a great idea, and also on the nail beds of the toes too. Especially right now where we can't get pedicures, doing something like that would be really good as a at-home treatment.
I also think this soothing balm would work great on your feet at night. Like when you were talking about putting the socks on, I think, I think they would work great on there. I have done it before. It hasn't been recently because I've been walking on the sand, and that kind of takes care of all that. But I love this soothing balm.
So if you don't have sand in your backyard, like Ms. Jewel,
I know. That's why I was saying sand it down, right? So anyway.
Exactly. I have snow here now, so times have changed.
What happens when you go back to Minnesota?
Right?
And I think I'm not that, I've just heard Joel talking and then Vena talking a little bit about the DNA miracle. So if it's safe enough for you know, babies and it's safe enough for everybody. And that's something that we all should probably be trying to a little bit here and there. So
Yeah.
great ideas.
Yeah, and that's what we're here for, is just kind of throw those ideas around. And I think Michelle, I don't even know if she can talk or not, Michelle Potter, she ordered some of that for her grandbaby. Did you order the soothing balm, Michelle, for the grandbaby? I can't remember or not. You did? Okay. Yeah, she's not unmuting herself because she's at work, I'm assuming.
No, I'm at home. Yeah, he's responding really well actually to it.
Awesome.
That is so awesome. You know what? I'm probably going to have you talk about that a little bit if you don't mind, because do you mind sharing about what was going on with your grandson?
He had they called it baby eczema, even though it wasn't super bad, but he's super sensitive. Even if we, you know, kiss him too much, his cheeks just light up like a Christmas tree for hours. And I told her to start with one at a time. So she used the body foaming wash and shampoo. He responded really good to that. Then she tried the clear laundry detergent, and he's been good with that. And then now she's trying the lotion. And I told her to stop each product and just do one at a time for a couple of days, just to see if he did have a reaction. We knew which one it was. And now he's up to being able to use all three, and his skin, he's no more flakies, no more little bumps or anything.
Awesome.
So he's doing well.
Oh, Michelle, thank you for sharing that. And I probably am going to get you on as a testimonial, because that's so huge. There's so many nowadays children out there that have these allergies to different things, and that now we have something that is a solution. And we want to go back to reminding everybody that why we're talking about all these products is that we're a solution. Like when Ashley got on and he was talking about, we have our Snap disinfectant, a natural disinfectant that is hospital graded, that we're able to use. I mean, we have so many solutions out there. It almost makes me teary, because people are searching. They're using all these harsh things on their body. They're ingesting it. Our babies, our children, our grandbabies are going through a lot. I mean, if you don't think they're not feeling the stress of what we're feeling, they absolutely are. So that's awesome, Michelle. I literally want to do some type of video with you that we can share that a little bit more. And you guys absolutely share this video. Dawn we have this recorded, and grab it and share it, because that's something you want to share with the rest of your team, and you want to share it with people that are struggling with their own children or grandchildren or nieces or nephews that are having those problems with the very sensitive skin. So thanks, Michelle. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you getting on today. So does anyone else have any questions while I have these fabulous women on here? Anything at all? It's just us. Don't worry. You know, give us a question here. If not, we're going to be sad, because we're going to go back to drinking our aloe with probably champagne in it. I won't lie. So any questions? I'm kind of watching to see if anyone, if you have a question, unmute yourself. That's on the bottom of the left-hand side. And ask the questions. Come on, Jack Beck. Are you just for looks, or are you really?
My cup says party animal, but it should say this may or may not be a Bloody Mary.
Oh, I have a cup that says this may or may not be wine. I'm joking with you. I do have that cup. I do have that cup, and it's the truth. So, all right. Well, it doesn't look like anyone's going to unmute themselves. I even called Jack Beck out, and he still didn't unmute himself. I think he left. He's like, oh,
There he is.
Hey, Jack. So,
You did good.
thank you. Do you have any questions or anything you want to ask anyone?
No, you guys did great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good work, y'all.
All right.
Excellent job.
Thanks a lot, Don. We're just in question and answers. We've got a couple really good questions. I can't wait for you to re-listen to this, because Michelle Potter went on and she just talked about how our DNA miracle line is helping her grandson with everything, all his skin.
That's awesome.
And everything. So this is going to be a really powerful video to share with the field.
I have one question. What product can I use to be as good looking as Jack Beck?
Oh. Go ahead, girls. You should take this.
Well, not miracle workers, Don.
Well, you both have that same beard thing going on, so I would say
Agreed.
make sure you're using that
Beard
beard oil.
There you go.
The
Yeah.
beard oil.
Beard oil.
I'm going to wind up looking like Don real soon because I don't know how much longer I can deal with this.
There you go. There you go.
Jack, I cut my own bangs this morning. Like literally with